Hello and welcome back to Technic Tutorials, your one-stop guide to learning the Technic Pack. I am Gary Reaver. This time I'm showing you something from the Equivalent Exchange mod. It's a mod I've barely touched on. I touched on very briefly with the divining rods, but this is the core of the Equivalent Exchange mod. This is the Philosopher's Stone. For this you will need a diamond, and you will need to have been to the Nether because you need 4 glowstone dust and 4 redstone. And you can put these any way around this you want. You can alternate them either way like that. And it creates a Philosopher's Stone, and it is very useful. It's got multiple uses. First off, it can change the landscape. So here I've set out a few blocks. If you right click on stone, it changes into cobblestone, and then back again. And if you shift and right click, it changes into grass, and back again. Cobble, right click and change it into stone, or shift and right click and change it into grass. Grass, right click into sand, shift into cobble. Sand, right click into grass, shift into cobble. Gravel, because it's worth 4 EMC as opposed to all of those which are worth 1. Right clicking, it turns it into sandstone. And shift and right click does the same. So you can use these to change the land, and if you press V, each time you press V it charges it up slightly more, so it increases the radius. And it only does it within that thing that you're clicking. Shift and V reduces the charge back, so you can just do single blocks again. But it's not limited to these blocks. You can change wood into other types. You rotate between those 3. Can't change it into jungle wood. And you can change leaves into other ones as well. And finally you can change flowers into each other, just alternate between the 2 of those. You can also fire a projectile by pressing R, and it costs 1 glowstone dust per shot, or rather per shot that hits. And it changes a mob into another random mob of that disposition. So passive mobs will always become passive mobs, and aggressive ones will always become aggressive. However, be very careful. This includes all aggressive mobs, so you can turn as a little zombie into a ghast. Aside from changing mobs, the other uses of the Philosopher's Stone are purely internal. If you press C while holding it, you open up a 3x3 grid without need of a table, and you can use the Philosopher's Stone in recipes to change things into other things. So for example, you can turn 8 iron into a single gold, and you can turn 4 gold into a diamond. So 1 diamond is worth 32 iron, and you can do it all the way back. And with coal, 1 coal is 4 charcoal, and vice versa. 4 coal is 1 alchemical coal. 4 alchemical coal is 1 Mobius fuel. And 4 Mobius fuel is 1 Atenalis fuel. And Atenalis fuel is worth the same as a diamond, as you can see. So 64 coal is worth 1 diamond. But you don't have a use for Atenalis fuel or Mobius fuel or even alchemical coal yet. So the best use for this is just multiplying all of your fuel by 4 by changing any coal you find into charcoal and using it to power your generators. That pretty much covers everything that the Philosopher's Stone can do. It is the foundation of the Equivalent Exchange mod, and you will only ever need 1. You don't use it up in recipes. Thank you for watching. If you have a request for what I should explain next, please let me know by comment or by YouTube mail, and I will try to explain it as best as I can. Bye bye.